Oh,
Hey!
what's your hair doing?
Oh,
Hello.
oops. It's a little air conditioning blowing on it somewhere, I think.
What a day, what a day.
We only had a short drive, Earl. What do you mean, what a day?
It was the drive.
The drive was insane. Woo! You talk about some crooked roads. They got crooked roads up
I was
here.
beginning to worry nobody was going to be here, but Robert's here. Hey, Robert.
Hey, Robert. Thanks for coming.
Welcome. Glad you're here.
Yes.
You're like the only one here so far. Maybe everybody will pop in.
Yeah. So
since we didn't go last Monday.
Yeah, we had to skip.
Yeah.
We ended up could have done it by the time we got there, but we didn't know.
Yeah, we thought
it was
we
too
were
up in the air.
Thought we were going to cut it close. Today almost cut close.
Yeah, it did.
We made it up here in the high Sierras.
We're in the high Sierras, but it was that we got here early.
Yeah, we got here about 10:30.
Yeah, because it was a short drive.
About 10:30 or so, 10:30, 11.
Yeah, it was a short drive.
But
hey, Catherine.
Oh, Catherine, hello. Good
afternoon. Rain. We got rain
Oh.
this morning, but now it's windy.
No rain here. We're up here. The drive up here was only like 57 miles.
Yeah.
But it took us 2.5 hours.
I don't know. I didn't look at the clock, but it felt like forever.
I think it was about, an hour, at least 2 hours.
Because we are bigger, you have to go slower.
But we got to, and it was 2-lane the whole way.
Yeah.
And we got to a point where we started climbing, and we climbed from 2,000 feet all the way up to over 5,000 feet.
Yeah, we're at 5,500 something.
Yeah, we're at 5,500 feet.
Yeah,
right now. We made it to Dinky Creek.
We're Dinky Creek Campground.
We're here.
Yeah, for the summer.
So
we've met a few of the coworkers.
Yeah.
They all seem really nice.
We're literally like right across the street from the little check-in kiosk.
Yeah, if you go into a state park and there's that little house thing.
Yeah, we're
right there.
Right next. We hadn't even gotten that. We didn't even get a chance to go out and explore the park.
We haven't seen anything because we had a big boo-boo this morning.
We had an issue when we were setting up.
Yes.
I think 2 weeks ago I mentioned, or several weeks ago anyway, that we were having issues with our slide toppers.
And the slides going in and out too.
Yeah. Well, the slide going in and out too was kind of getting wonky. Come to find out, it was my slide topper causing it.
Yeah.
And today, it jammed up on the way out, putting the slide out. And then as I was going, all of a sudden, a real loud pop, and it stopped. I couldn't get it out. So that's when we realized the slide topper, the roller, is coming over the front of the actual slide. But as I started investigating inside the tube, the little gear mechanism, it's done shattered off several of the teeth.
And I think I saw a piece fly off.
Yeah, she
because something went flying when he was. I go, stop, because something went flying past me.
So I was figuring that out, and I had to take the slide topper off.
And so that took a good hour.
That took at least an hour.
Just to investigate and then get all the screws out and all that.
And I knew we needed to get the actual material for the new toppers.
Yeah.
But now I'm going to see, I don't know if I can just buy that little gear mechanism or not. I'm going to have to try to figure out. And hopefully I can get that. And
hey, Mark. Welcome,
I won't have to replace the whole thing, and maybe I can replace the gear mechanism and get new material, vinyl material.
That would save a little bit of money.
Yeah, hey there, Mark. But yeah, that took a while, and I literally, within an hour, I finally got done, and I wanted to eat lunch, and I was sweating to death.
So he's been able to cool off before we got here with you. So almost perfect timing, really.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
It is absolutely gorgeous up here.
Gorgeous. And it's not too hot. Like down in Fresno and Clovis, it was in the hundreds.
We're at 68 degrees right now.
So it's nicer up here.
And we're only supposed to go to 70 degrees today.
Yeah, so it's like, yay.
And then tonight is going down to 49.
Uh-oh. That might be chilly. I don't know. Coming up, there was a sign that says you must carry chains. I was like, oops.
Yeah.
We don't own chains.
Chains could be required at any time. I'm like, I hope they don't mean right now.
I know they don't mean right now because it's like summer, right? I don't know.
You shouldn't need no chains right now.
I don't know. When the season's over, we're getting out of here, though, before, Mother Nature takes over.
Yeah. So I did meet the woman at the gate. Her name's Gayla.
And then we met two Jasons.
And two of the Jasons. There's two Jasons here. One's the lead camp host, and then the other's just another camp host.
There's several camp hosts because there's almost 3 different campgrounds, really.
Yeah.
Kind of because we're at the main, and there's an upper and a lower or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. We have to go investigate.
We're going to go out after the live and go exploring.
Explore a little bit.
There's nothing up here.
Nothing up
nothing.
here. We don't even have a cell service. So without the Starlink, we would not have any cell phones.
There is a possibility we might drop off a few times.
Sorry.
It hadn't been more than about, right now it's about 15 seconds if it does it at the most.
So we apologize.
But it's getting better.
Yeah, the longer it stays up there.
It says it's going to do an update. It's partially obstructed.
Yeah, because we're in the trees, you know.
But right now, I'm looking at seeing how much. Yeah, we've had little 9 seconds, 13 seconds drop off.
So we apologize if we get a little not where you can hear us
right now. That's the only thing we got. There's no cell service. There's nothing out here.
There's some kind of Wi-Fi that he'll get to use for his phone and stuff when he's working, you know, so they can reach him and stuff when he's working.
We're gonna look. I know the Starlink is pointing that way, and there is a tree there, so I'm going to look around. I may take it off the pole and put it on the ground
or something,
and see if we can get a little.
You're funny though.
Also, make sure I'm not missing any comments.
Not yet.
Everybody's just saying hello.
Hello. We talk about the temperature. It's 82 in Illinois.
In Illinois, yeah.
And then 70.
I'm telling you what, we were down. We went in Fresno. It was hot.
Oh.
It was hot.
We went to a baseball game, and that was really warm.
Day before, when was the graduation? Friday.
Well, Friday wasn't as hot as Saturday.
No, Saturday I saw 109 degrees at one time.
Yeah, at one time.
And then yesterday we were at the baseball game, and when we left and was coming home, it was 104 degrees.
104 degrees at a baseball game, outdoor baseball game. So we had seats that were down in the sun, and I went to sit down, and the seat burned my tailbone.
It was that hot.
So we went up and sat in the shade. Because nobody was at the game.
Yeah, it was very, very few people at the game.
Right. Both grandsons, though, got a ball. They caught a ball, so that was pretty cool. You know,
hey, there's Mel Nettie.
Hey, they caught one of those, what it's called, like foul balls or whatever.
Yeah,
they each got one. I was happy that they each got one.
But yeah, it was warm.
It was very warm.
Like, man, but the campground we were at was incredible.
Yeah, we had the longest site we've ever had, ever.
I swear to you, this campsite was 80, 90 feet, if not 100 feet long.
It was long. And it was in the trees. The dogs had grass.
Probably 15, 20 feet wide.
Yeah, they were really wide.
Really wide. So it was
dogs
nice.
had grass. I couldn't get them to come in the house.
Hey, there's RV Ashes in April. Welcome,
thank you for coming. So glad to have you.
Nettie, I think you just came in and missed my first part. We had a today setting up.
Yeah.
I know this slide out right here no longer has a slide topper on it.
It broke.
Some teeth inside the little tube actually.
We knew something was wrong. We thought it was the motor to the slide, but it ended up being that awning's been broke probably since Midland.
Probably.
Something with all that wind, it broke it. And then we've been just bringing it in and out every time we go somewhere.
And the little plastic gear's missing like 3 or 4 teeth off of it.
Oops.
A piece
and one flew off in front of me. I was like, stop, something broke.
So I had to take it off, and now I'm going to look at getting some parts maybe. And they do deliver Amazon UPS
here,
up here or whatever.
In the top of these mountains.
There's that town, Shaver Lake.
Shaver Lake is Dollar General.
Yeah.
So that's about 30 minutes. To get to the kids, it's about an hour and a half. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because they're down the bottom of the mountain.
So I think it's going to be fun.
We're going to make the best of it. That's for sure.
I was telling them it's gorgeous here. Big signs there at the gate says we are in bear country.
And they got the bear thing on the garbage. Yeah. So we're like, yay, I hope we see a bear.
So, but it's a gorgeous park, and I want to go out and, like I said, check it out.
Check it out some more.
Drive it around and see what it's like. So I think it's going to be pretty cool.
Yeah, we're excited to do something different and enjoy it.
Our lives right now, it looks like my days off are going to be Wednesday and Thursday.
Tuesday and Wednesday.
Is it Tuesday?
Uh-huh.
Oh, Tuesday, yeah, I'm looking at the schedule. Tuesdays and Wednesday.
So we may have to move it, but now
but I don't think we're going to have to move our live because the way the guy told me, I mean, I'm scheduled like 9 to 12 and or 9 to
It's real wonky.
11 to 12 to 2 and
He gets a lot of
6
breaks.
to 9. He said, don't pay attention to those hours. You'll make up your hours as you go. You'll figure out and do it the way you want to do it. So I actually don't work until Wednesday.
Yeah, we get tomorrow off to
And
kind
then
of
I'll learn
settle
a lot
in.
more of what I'm actually doing and how I'm going to do it. So for right now, I think we're going to be able to keep our lives on Mondays at the
But
same
we'll let
time.
y'all know.
Changes, we'll let you know.
Yeah, everything's
But
kind of like,
If it changes, it'll change for the rest of the time we're here.
right,
Anyway.
yeah. We'll make it for the 3 months we're here.
Our
Because then
last,
October's kind of crazy anyway.
our last trip away, I got into a lot of trouble with the slide. Apparently, it's just for the kids.
You are so funny, Mark. I love having you here. Yeah.
Yeah,
So we're Earl's work camping up here. So that's, and I'm going to be doing my other job.
Nettie asked, I answered that.
Yeah. So I was just kind of saying, what are you doing? So you're working.
Terry's just doing her online job. She's not
Yeah.
working or nothing.
So tomorrow, because all my teachers are East Coast and now we're on the West Coast, tomorrow my appointment's at 5 a.m. and 6:30 a.m. Yay! Love working on the West Coast.
But yeah, no, I'm just here camp hosting.
Yeah.
From the way it sounds, basically what I'm just doing is I might work in the kiosk every once in a while, checking people in.
Cleaning.
I clean up bathrooms
And the sites.
and the campsites. And I don't know, it seems about it.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't see no maintenance man, or I don't see nothing on the schedule for maintenance. But I know they're having issues with the water at the bathroom.
So
Right
you
now
have
that
to
there's
use the
no
vault
water,
toilet.
so now they have to. Right now, you have to use the vault toilets. But they're working on that, so I'm assuming maybe we'll do some maintenance stuff too.
that
I
way.
don't
I
know.
don't know. It doesn't know.
Oh, somebody's got to do some grass mowing or something.
Something, because I said, the guy asked him, can we put our gazebo out here? And he said, yeah, but the grass needs to be cut though.
Yeah, right here. We got a nice little
We
site
do.
here. It's
We got a little creek.
it's concrete, and then right over here next to us is a nice little creek that runs by.
Yeah.
And then we got a grassy area. It needs to be mowed. We'll clean that up
It's a little
ourselves. We'll put our
overgrown.
gazebo there.
Yeah.
And then we got a picnic table and a little fire pit back there.
Yeah, it's really nice. And then the dogs went swimming today already.
Yeah, they already got in the creek.
Yeah, they got in there because it's about this deep. It's super shallow, but they loved it because Bear's having trouble. Okay, I'm gonna tell you, I think that Bear is allergic to tap water. Has anybody ever heard of that? I don't know.
I thought last night we were going to take them to. I was almost ready to take them to the vet for
the vet.
emergency.
But I got up and took him outside. It's almost like croup. I don't know if you've ever been experienced with croup. When you change the environment or the air, it makes you better. So I took him outside. He got better. But then I brought him in and I got him to sleep. But every time I'd move, he'd wake up. So I stayed up with him for about 2 hours.
I stayed up for 2 or 3 hours last night. I watched the movie.
Yeah,
while I was sitting
he
up.
was. And then I took my turn with him. So we both didn't get much sleep last night. But then when I got out of the RV today, he was doing it again by putting him in that water. And he quit coughing. So it's kind of croupy like.
Yeah, it's
But gave him, I thought, we're in California now. The water's got to be better, right? Nope.
Mark don't drink water, fish pee in it.
Right. So I told Dad, I said, Earl, we are only going to give him bottled water. I'm going to not give him any tap water. I can't.
Yeah. I drink the tap water all the whole time in Fresno, and it didn't bother me.
But
And now I've got a bottle of water full of tap water from here. We'll see how it is.
yeah, so here's the thing. He hasn't had tap water since he got sick in Midland. He got sick there. We switched him to bottled water. Never got sick. I give him the tap water in Fresno. He got sick.
You must be allergic to it.
I think he is. I don't know. I'm hoping it's that simple. That's my prayer. That it's that
I hope
simple.
we're not dropping off any or too much.
Yeah, we hope not.
Like I said, we're going to work on that Starlink. It still says it's calibrating.
Yes, because I have to have it in the morning at 5 a.m. Yeah.
Oh, we're up to a 99% ping rate.
Oh, that's good then.
And that's up from when I first turned it on. We were at 86 ping rate.
Yeah.
Percent per ping rate. Ping rate. I can't speak today.
The tap water has crap in it. I guess it does. I don't know. But we're going to keep him on this and see how he does. He's not feeling good right now. I think he's just so tired because he
Yeah, he
normally
hadn't been
takes a nap in the morning. He didn't take a
He
nap.
hasn't slept a lot.
So now he's sleeping right now.
He's laying on the bed sleeping.
I put him to bed because I just was like, he needs to sleep. I don't want him distracted by us and everything else.
We got some neighbor. We got our neighbor Gayla who works the kiosk right across the street. She's over here. She's got 2 dogs, a Doberman
And a Great Dane.
and a Great Dane.
They're like ginormous dogs, and we have our little bitty dog.
Their names Justice
I don't know them
and
yet.
Nisha.
Oh, there you go.
Justice and Nisha.
Ooh, too cool. Well, we have been all over.
Is it that toilet water?
We've been
All right,
all
ready?
over these last couple of weeks. I just want you to know. So you missed out on some stuff. We apologize. There we go.
I think-
Hey, we're back.
I think we're back. Sorry, we dropped off.
We apologize for that.
But
Yeah, we went to Kingman.
so we're there. We thought we weren't going to make it in time to get set up for the live, but we could have done the live last week.
Oh, when we got to
Wasn't that last week at the Grand Canyon?
no, that was when we went to a base. What base was that? We didn't know when check-in was.
Well, we've only been to the one in Tucson, and the one not Tucson, blah 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 blah, China Lake.
See, we're old.
We're old. We can't even remember where we've been.
It had to have been China Lake. It had to have been China Lake. We weren't sure what check-in was. We couldn't
That's
get
right.
through to anybody.
Yeah, that's right, because it
Yes.
was a holiday. It was Memorial Day.
It was Memorial Day, and we forgot. We didn't know it was a holiday. We didn't know it was Monday.
Now, here's the crazy thing: we get to this camp, and it's a super nice campground.
Oh, it's
I don't know if
super
anybody
nice.
has ever been to China Lake Campground, but apparently in the past it was pretty run down. It was just gravel sites and but they have completely redid the entire campground. They said they put a lot of money into it. But
Really long.
they really
sites.
need somebody to run it just a little bit better.
little maintenance, clean
Because
up.
Online, it says you check in at MWR office, which is the more wild recreation office, basically.
For the base.
So we get there and it's closed Memorial Day. So I had read in one of the reviews, someone says, "Oh, now you check in at the golf course, which is right next door." So we get out to the campground, and sure enough, the sign's pointing to the golf course. So I go over to the golf course to try to check in, and it's some little gal working the golf course side.
Yeah, and nobody
And-
answers the phone too, by
Yeah.
the way.
And so I said, "Hey, yeah, I'm here to check in for the campground. Is this where I do it?" She's like, "Oh, yeah, I can do that. I can do that for you." She said, "Normally it's this guy over here, but he's not working today." I'm like, "Oh, okay." And she goes, "I'll do the best I can." And I says, "Well, I hope you'll do really good because I have a trailer and I need somewhere to park my trailer." And we had talked to the guy and he said it'd be no problem. Oh, well, let me text him. Let me see if I can call him, see if he'll answer. So she tried to call him. He didn't answer. Apparently, he texted her back. And she goes, "Oh," he said, "just go pick any
Pull through.
pull-through site and then just you take the one next to it." Well, all the pull-through sites were open.
Every one of them. Nobody was there because it's hot,
So, yeah. So she said, "Yeah, just take one and, you can park your trailer in the one next to it." I'm like, "Okay." So I get all my paperwork done. I said, "All right, you want me to pay you?" "Oh, no, don't worry. He'll contact you probably Wednesday because he's not working tomorrow either." I'm like, "Okay, whatever." So the guy never did contact me,
He never did.
but he did charge my card.
So they got their money. So that was good.
So
But that was so after the Grand Canyon, we went to Kingman, and from Kingman we went down to Oatman. Remember, to see the donkeys.
Donkeys.
That's what we did that day. The donkeys. We saw a few things that are on the Route 66. That was kind of fun. Then we went to China Lake, but we stayed at a barn
we stayed
place
at
in the Mojave
a
Desert.
place called the Barn, Harvest Toast, on the Route 66,
Yes.
and it was 100
100
degrees,
degrees.
100 plus
It
degrees.
was 99 when we got there, and then it rolled up to 100.
Yeah, and I'm like, "Man, it's going to be hot." So I get in there, and she goes, "Would you like a hookup site?" And I'm like, "Well, what do you got for hookups?" "Well, electric hookup." I said, "Yeah, but is it 30 amp, 50 amp? What?" "Oh, I don't know. Let me text them." I says, "Well, I'll just walk out there and look at the plug. I'll tell you what it is." So I looked at it. It was actually 50 amp
50
hookup.
amp.
and it was for
Woo.
$20 for the night. So I said yes.
Yes, we'll pay $20 for some air
AC.
conditioning.
So yeah.
Yeah, and then after that, we went to China Lake, and we have a friend that we've known like 40 years now
We were stationed with her with her and her husband
in
in
Okinawa.
Okinawa,
And so she just had a bad accident on one of those UTV things.
side by side. Yeah.
Yeah, and she broke her neck, her arm, did some bruising, and she was in pretty bad shape. They didn't think she was going to make it, so
she's lucky to be alive.
Yeah, so we went and visited her. She's doing really well, so I was
talked
excited.
to her and said, "What were you doing? How'd you do it?" She
I know,
went,
right?
"Oh, I was just driving down the
Driving
road,
down the road.
I ran off the road and flipped it, and I wasn't wearing my seatbelt."
Yeah, she wouldn't wear the seatbelt.
I'm like, "What are you, dummy?" Because her husband, the guy I was stationed with,
Yeah,
he was killed back in 2007 on a quad
on a quad.
accident.
And I'm
So
like,
he rolled a quad and he ended up dying. I said, "What's
Yeah.
wrong with you?"
And then the water
About
stuff.
the water, yeah, there is a lot of junk in there.
It is. I agree.
I should probably not drink it either, but but
Yeah.
I'm telling you what, Death Valley. I don't know who's in here has ever been to Death Valley.
Don't go in May.
Oh
Into
gosh, it was
May.
hot there too.
112.
We saw 112 was the highest we saw. But I'm telling you what, when she said she wanted to go to Death Valley, I'm like, "Are you crazy?"
Why do you want to go there?
And so did some other people, even our friends
Yeah.
in China or Ridgecrest there.
Yeah, they were
We
like,
told her
why are you
we're
going
leaving.
there?
We're going to go to Death Valley. She goes, "Why?"
Yeah.
I was thinking that too, but I'm telling you what, it was the views
The
is
views.
so beautiful.
And we saw the neatest things. Airplanes train there too, military jets. They're coming flying through the canyons.
Yeah, they're
we saw
zipping over you and
The
flying
Thunderbird, you know, the Air Force has their own little planes like the Blue Angels. Yeah, and it come flying through.
Yeah.
I mean, and then we got down where we could touch the sand, like it's sand, but it feels like salt.
Yeah, but it was pretty cool.
I really enjoyed it. Yeah, we had a good day.
Yeah, we drove through it. But yeah, that's why it's called Death Valley. Yeah, those settlers and stuff got in there, were trying to find a way out of it, and they couldn't.
And they got trapped.
So they sent a couple of people away, far away to try to get
all the
some
way
more
to like L.A.
supplies or something like that. They brought them back, and then they finally got out of there. And as they were leaving, like, "Get us out of this Death Valley," and that's the name stuck to it.
It stuck with it, Death Valley.
Quite a few of them didn't even make it.
Because you are like in these little mountainous, like the first valley we were in, I couldn't even figure out how we were going to get out of it. The car, we're heading straight toward a mountain, but then you kind of go into it.
You saw the road going.
Yeah, it curves into it. Yeah,
but it was fun.
We enjoyed it.
I'm glad we went.
I am too. And then we came here to not here to Clovis. And our granddaughter graduated high school. She performed at the graduation. She sang the song that made me cry. It was beautiful.
Well, she said Death Valley is good. I bet it is good in March.
I could see March being a good month.
As long as there's no snow. I guess I don't know if it gets snow there or not. Those roads would be atrocious for snow.
Yeah,
but I know the campgrounds are closed right now. Most of them are closed.
They're only open in this winter, winter.
Something like September, October till March or something like that.
Yeah, so you couldn't have camped there if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Yeah. But our granddaughter, if you follow us on Facebook or Instagram, we put it on there so you can listen to her play. She did an amazing job. Then that night we had a game. I don't know if y'all watch TV shows called The Floor. It's some kind of TV show. We ain't never seen it, just so you know. But we played it and he won. He won it. Woo woo. He got a little mug. And the mug says something about adventure. What's it say?
Adventure is ahead or something
like
that.
It was perfect
you say it's from the movie Up.
It's from the movie Up. You know, everything she did was from the movie Up. It was all themed on that. Her cupcakes and all. Got to meet our grand cat. We have a grand cat. Her name's Princess. She's named after the princess. Is it the Princess Diaries? What's that movie called?
Probably.
Something like that. I forget the name of the movie. You know the one with this is that old one. I'll think of it in a minute. It's a really old movie from way back in the 80s. But she's named after that. But then we yesterday went to a baseball game with the kids, the boys. and that was a lot of fun. We really enjoyed
And then
that.
we left and came here.
Yeah, that was our 2 weeks, y'all.
We're here till
September.
I think right after Labor Day, we're going to look at leaving out of here.
Yeah, seeing if that's okay, because
And
I
we're
want to
gonna-
go see my other kids.
We're going to go up to Washington to visit the other kids that she hasn't seen
I
yet.
haven't seen them. I know.
I saw them in February.
You did. Well, I saw them on the phone for a second the other day. Saturday, the cousins called each other, and so I saw her for a second. Saw them for a second, but
It's crazy.
yeah. But we're excited to be here. I hope everybody else has had a good 2 weeks.
That's been our
Yeah,
our
little journey, our adventure so far.
Made it from Midland to here.
Well, not in 2 weeks.
No,
Grand
but
Canyon.
I'm saying this part of the whole journey has
Yeah.
been.
I
And then
know.
we're here for a while, and then the next journey will be to North Dakota
Yes.
for sugar beet harvest,
Sure.
which I did my onboarding paperwork the other day.
Yeah, he's all ready
She
for
emailed
that.
that to me.
He's ready to roll.
Whoop, whoop.
Yeah.
And then back
Yeah.
home, after that will be our journey back to Tennessee.
So on a map, we're like this close to Sequoia and Kings Canyon National Park, but there's no road to it. So it's 2 hours to get to because you gotta go back down to Clovis and up and
You
around.
can hike over the
Yeah,
mountains
I'm
here.
not doing that. We're right. Looks like we're right close to Mount Whitney.
Mount Whitney.
Yeah, it looks like we're right close to it. Can't see it, but we're right close to it.
You might be able to see it from somewhere.
Somewhere.
We're gonna go down. There's supposedly
Yeah.
creek or river or something here that's got a couple of swimming holes.
Yeah, swimming holes.
But he says right
and
now
there's a
you
cliff
can't
jumping.
He says right now you can't get in it and swim because there's too much water.
Yeah,
He said there's a lot of water flowing, but as the summer goes, that'll start thinning out.
thinning out, making it a little safer.
The kids get there. They're not in their peak season yet. When did he say it started?
School gets out. School
When
don't get out
school-
till June
He said when-
15th or something
When
here.
school gets out, it'll pick up and it'll stay busy
It'll
here.
stay busy, so
And we got 140 sites here.
140 sites.
I think about 143 sites or something like that here.
Yeah, and we're right next to the group camping,
Yeah,
and I think he said 20 people can fit in there.
yeah.
So
We're gonna go check it out.
yeah, we're just
I
excited.
think it'll be fun.
Something
There'll
new.
be a lot to do on the days off as long as we can get days together off.
Well, I'll have to block days.
Yeah,
I'll block at least one day a
I
week,
think
probably.
I think there's gonna be a good bit of stuff to do around here.
Yeah,
And like I said, it's gorgeous.
and maybe we'll get to those 2 national parks for me.
Maybe.
I know, 'cause I'm getting my stamps.
I've been to the one Kings Canyon
Yeah.
because me and a buddy from Lemoore were going to go to Sequoia, but we couldn't get in there. It was closed because of snow. This was
Mhm.
during the winter. And so he said, well, we'll just drive over to Kings Canyon. We'll go in there. And we did.
Yeah.
Sugar beet starts in October. Yeah, but
Yeah.
I'm going to have to be there
September
either the-
22nd.
either the 22nd or 23rd of September
Yeah.
is when I have to report there, check into the campground.
Oh, they're heading to Knoxville. Oh, yeah, we love that area.
Knoxville's pretty close to our home base
Yeah. A couple hours away.
on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We love that area.
We're probably, I don't know, we're probably close to 100 miles west of Knoxville.
It's further to Knoxville than it is to Nashville.
We're 80
But
miles.
the road to Knoxville is easier than the roads to Nashville.
Yeah.
Because the roads to Nashville are crooked roads, you know, and the road to Knoxville is just a freeway.
Yeah. We're only,
So it's a
we're
lot
80
easier.
We're 80 miles northeast of Nashville.
Yeah, but it's all crooked roads.
Not all crooked roads. You eventually get on
Until you
there.
get to 40. You can go down to 40. But it takes you a minute to get to 40 through all them crooked roads.
45, 30, 45 minutes.
Right? It's like, yeah, that's a lot of driving.
So what's everybody
Yeah.
doing?
I know. Has everybody had a good couple of
What's been
weeks?
going on?
So yeah, just kind of chilling like the villains we are, right?
Vacation's over.
Yeah.
Finally.
Our granddaughter has to be in Riverside August 28th to
28th
check in
For college.
for college. Yeah, so her brother is going to have the hardest time though because they're super, super tight. He is really going to have. I think they're both going to have a hard time, but he's going to have a hard time when she's gone. So it's going to be hard.
We
Yeah.
might. I don't know. We're trying. We're going to see if we can't bring our oldest grandson up here and spend a few days with us up here.
Yeah, give him like something
So
to do.
I think it'd be fun.
He would enjoy it.
Still working on the homestead.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
Hey.
you
Hey,
finished that?
Steve.
Have you finished that porch yet, Nettie? Hey, Steve, chilling.
We're 5,000. How come I told you it was over 5,500 feet. I Googled on it, you know. How
Well,
high is it?
like I said, we started climbing and it said 2,000 feet.
Yeah, right. When the first elevation sign was 2,000 feet.
But we saw 5,000 and we were still
Still
climbing.
climbing.
And that was all one climb. It wasn't like climb a bit and then take a break.
No, it was
It was
constant.
steady.
So I'm going to hate leaving here.
Doing this.
I'm going to hate leaving because on parts of it's got that cliff. And I hate when the cliff is on my side. I hate it. So I'm like, I'm going to hate
yeah, I
going
looked
down.
it up. We are at 5,722 feet.
Ooh, we up here.
So
Shoo, doggies.
we're on up here.
Yeah.
All right, it's time for us. We need to play this, and thank you to our members.
Yes, to
we
our
love all our
members.
members, and we
We're so
really
glad you're here.
appreciate it. So here we go. Thank you.
We
to all
just
our
appreciate
members.
all of you. Yes.
We got a few of them in here
Yay.
right
Thank you.
now. If you want to join, hit that button. We'd love to have
We
you
took
join
it
us.
down. Haven't built the new one yet. Oh, man.
You ain't got a deck.
I know. Come on. Get on that. So you can come to the house and build ours. Here's the first sign I seen when we pulled into the campground.
We is in Bear Country.
Yes. And then the trash cans are kind of like those bear, what do they call
The
them?
lids.
Bear
Bear proof.
resistant.
Bear
Yeah.
proof.
They're resistant.
I ain't even seen those. And now somebody's trying to call me.
I'm like, your watch is ring-a-ding-a-dinging then.
I have no idea who this person is.
Oh, then
Kenneth Sawhus? I have no idea.
I don't know.
If it's important, they'll leave me a
They'll leave me a
voicemail.
voicemail, yeah.
Members rock. They sure do. All our members definitely rock.
Oh, yes.
Woo-hoo. So,
Did I not have a picture of her by
said
herself?
there was a chance of rain today here. We got like a 40% chance of thunderstorm. I don't think there's nothing.
There's
there.
us with our granddaughter graduating high school.
There is some east of us. It's still sunny here.
And she's a valedictorian. 4.0 grade point average.
Yeah.
Like, dang.
Anybody know of on the slide toppers, the little gearing assembly inside the tube? Can you just buy those?
Oh, yeah. Does anybody know that?
Or am I going to have to buy a whole new tube and everything? Oh, look. They're on there.
Because my computer's up. He can see.
It's a little bit behind.
It's a little behind. Car warranty is about to expire. That's what the phone call's about.
Car warranty expired a long time ago. A long time ago.
Woo!
This
That's
thing,
fat.
at least it's paid off.
Hey, yeah, we own it.
Hey, grandparents must be teachers.
Yeah, right? For to get a 4.0?
Former teachers.
Yeah, right? I know, yeah. She's doing, they all are doing really good. The other two are getting, because they do online school.
Oh, yeah. We've been to Yosemite. We went to Yosemite 3 years
Oh, yeah, we've been there.
Yeah,
He
she
climbed
said
up
you get
those.
a chance, go
He
see.
climbed them 600 stairs.
I ain't doing that again. Ain't doing that again.
To the top of the waterfall.
I almost died.
Hey, Roy Becky, welcome.
Roy Becky, howdy,
So
howdy.
glad you're here.
Yeah.
So good to see y'all.
Yeah, I climbed those stairs. Well, two things I did that was stupid.
Wore the
One,
wrong shoes.
I was in the wrong shoes. I was in sandals.
Yeah.
And two, I took no water.
Yeah.
And that stupid park ranger guy, oh, when you go up the stairs, don't come back down. And it's harder to come back down these stairs because, they're all different sizes. They're rocks. They're not stairs. They're rocks.
Right, they're rocks.
He says, just keep going. There's another trail and it'll bring you back down the trail to the bottom. So we did that. He didn't tell me it did like this coming down.
And it was another like 300 stairs on the other side.
There was several hundred more
so
stairs.
The kids all
thought I was going to
me and the kids walked
I think
around.
I was literally almost heat stroke.
I think so too. Me and the kids walked around and saw the rest of the place.
People scrolled up here. Oh, everybody's just saying hi.
Hi.
Yeah, Yosemite's gorgeous though.
It is gorgeous.
If I go back, I would do it again, but I would be prepared this time.
And I think go in the earlier time of year.
Yeah,
these summer trips are too much.
This was like July.
Yeah, because we were on our way to Athens.
No, it must have been June. Because we got to Athens in July.
We didn't get done work until June.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah,
it must have been end of June, beginning of July.
Yeah,
and it was hot.
It was a little.
Sorry,
warm.
I'm late. I overslept big time this morning. I had to
nice.
Run the time. Hey,
I love sleeping.
You're never late. You're here. That's all that matters.
I love sleeping in.
We got very little sleep last night.
Because our dog was sick.
We have a sick dog.
Yes.
I don't know.
We took turns staying up with him.
I was real close to taking him to the vet last night.
Yeah.
He was just having a hard time.
He was.
Coughing and like he was having a hard time breathing.
Yeah, it was like croup.
It's what it really sounded like.
Yeah, so like I said, when I went outside,
our middle son had croup when he was little.
Yeah.
And that really is what it sounded like.
Yeah.
But he just was.
Then I couldn't breathe.
And you brought him back in at about 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
And then that's when I got up right after that. And I've been up since. And I didn't go to bed till 2 o'clock probably.
I don't know what time. Yeah.
So
because I got up at 3. I was up 3 to 5 with him, a little after 5 with him. And then I went and laid down till a little after 6.
Well, we went to bed about 10, but I never went to sleep. And I got up about 11 and I didn't come back to bed till about 2.
So we kind of took turns on getting a little
Wow,
sleep.
Roy, no neighbors?
You don't have any neighbors?
No neighbors. You got Tim out there by you?
About to be all by myself. Tim must be leaving.
Is Tim
the
leaving?
Others are moving back to the LTVA. I'm in no hurry. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Man, we've seen some incredible BLM land.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Even near Sedona. If you ever wanted to go to Sedona.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a movie. Okay, we already saw that.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun.
We really enjoyed it.
So I don't know what's going to this year.
Yeah. We're just enjoying it. We're hoping that we'll get to see the kids a lot more and hopefully convince them to come up here and spend a few nights up here.
Yeah.
At least the boys.
He did a little video
on it. Yeah, that's right.
So I do miss it. I enjoyed Tucson. Our Tucson video came out.
Steve took us around.
We realized it's not the best quality.
Yeah, the video is not that great. Here's the problem.
Somebody didn't bring the camera.
I didn't bring the camera. I had my phone, and when I was videoing part of it, my phone screen was black. So what everybody got was what I couldn't see.
It was a lot of focusing.
I had a lot because I couldn't see the screen.
I was having trouble focusing.
And
then there was a lot of wind.
Yeah, there was a lot of wind.
But I was able to do some cutting voices out and separating them and made it a little bit better.
He did a really good job with
what I'm trying to do with my granddaughter when she sang that song at her graduation.
Yeah.
We got some bozo behind us. Girls were up there talking, and I managed to cut out the dude coughing, I'm working on it on my editing program, but I can't get the kids screaming and the girls talking out of it.
Yeah. I mean, they talked to the whole national anthem and the
Oh
all
my
that.
gosh, I wanted
too.
to slap
The
them
Pledge
in the
of
head.
Allegiance and all that. I was like, really? He's in Roadrunner BLM.
Roadrunner, that was it.
Yeah.
Roadrunner, yeah.
But yeah, we've seen some incredible BLM.
Enjoy it while you can. Yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
there's a
Yeah.
lot of it.
And
This-
Arizona has the most.
It
We've
seems
seen quite a bit
there's
here.
quite a bit coming up to this campground.
Yeah, to this campground
I'm
we saw
talking
a lot.
literally, it was 2-lane road, windy, blah blah coming, but there was a lot of places you could tell pull off. They had little fire pits there,
and little signs that told you, you know,
so it's really
the
nice.
rules.
The only place you could see, they obviously, I don't know, within the last few years had a big fire here,
Just
up here.
Just
Not
down
here,
but down
but
below us.
down below, right before we got here. There's a huge area there. You could tell it was burned out.
So that's our prayer too. No forest fires this year.
I know California's horrible about forest fires, and
So we're praying
There's-
for no snow
far-
and no fires.
as far as I know, there's one way in here and one way out.
There is only one way in and one way
I
out.
don't want to have to run from a fire.
Hey, yeah, did you see Mount Vesuvius? No, not Mount Vesuvius.
Etna.
Mount Etna. You know, we walked down into that thing and it's blowing up today. I was like, what? Yeah. So we got like picture. I put it on, if you follow us on Facebook, I put a picture of us inside that crater. So that was pretty cool.
That was fun. That was a cruise we did.
Yeah, we did a Europe cruise. So
Somebody's coming into campground. Only because
you can
that,
see a
that
reflection.
window over there is open. I saw the reflection in my TV. Like, there's a
You can
car
see-
coming in.
There's a car coming in.
We're literally right across from the check-in kiosk.
Yeah, we're right by the check-in where everybody comes through.
Ooh,
Yeah, as long as it's quiet, because I have to work all those
it
days.
seems like it's pretty quiet here.
Right now, I only have 2 days this whole month to work. It'll change though as the time goes on. But oh,
All right, Terry,
yeah, I'm like
enjoy it while you can. She's over here going. She's my timekeeper.
timekeeper, because I don't want to miss out. And I've been yakking a lot today, so I apologize for that.
What's new?
He's like, that's the norm, isn't it?
That's normal. She yaks all the time.
I know, right?
Don't-
I was teasing my grandson because, you know, like 80 songs were playing at the baseball game, and I would start singing them, and then and he was like rolling his eyes.
She got on the dance cam thing. Don't understand how California has
I
anything.
know.
There's a lot of forest left here, but yeah, I know it's been horrible here. I know last year was a bad year for fire.
But last year was really toward the area,
Yeah,
and
more
we're
down-
outside
down
of
in the valley
Fresno.
there.
We're up here outside of Fresno.
Yeah, but they get fires up here. There were
Oh,
some
yeah, they
fires northeast of Fresno last year.
Yeah,
So,
just keep praying for us.
no fire.
Yeah, no fire, no
Nothing near
snow.
us.
No fire, no
I've seen
snow.
something on the news up in Canada's having a fire somewhere.
Oh yeah,
I didn't see where it was.
I don't like that either because that
Already.
smoke comes down.
Yeah.
That Greer fire.
Yeah, there was the fire down there near Houston.
Fire.
People.
Yeah.
And then Catherine had one not too far from her, the Greer
Yeah.
fire. So it's crazy. It's
Ah.
early in the year.
It does seem really early.
All right, time for that state trivia. This,
Uh-oh.
is probably going to be hard,
Uh-oh.
maybe. I don't know.
Been to
Last
this
one-
state before.
Yeah, well, we just went through this state. So last one we did was New Jersey. So the next one here is going to be New Mexico.
New Mexico.
And we just drove through. New Mexico is actually pretty nice. I really didn't think there was a lot there.
Parts
but
of it. Parts
we
of it
found a
are.
lot of neat things there.
We did. You got to look sometimes.
Say hi to my buddy Brian Dorman from CBS at 47.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Yeah, if we're down in Fresno, right? Because he works for Fresno.
I think, yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah, I remember you telling us that.
All right. We were never really in Fresno.
Well, the game yesterday was in Fresno.
Well, the game was in yesterday, but that was it. Other than that, we were mainly in Clovis. And the town we stayed in, which I don't know really much of a town, is called Sanger.
Sanger.
All right, here we go. Time for trivia, so we don't run out of time. state trivia. State
You're
trivia.
brave, Mark, to trust Nettie.
Yeah, New Mexico. I seen. I haven't. Mark said he didn't do his homework,
He's gonna be asking
so we'll
Nettie.
be asking Nettie. So Nettie, he's copying you today. When
And
y'all
then-
coming to Texas this year? We left Texas this
Yeah.
year. There's no plans for Texas this year.
No plans.
Like
for
I said, we
Texas
harvest
this year.
the sugar beets,
and then we'll go to Tennessee.
and then we're going back to Tennessee. And I'm thinking we might end up being in Tennessee most, if not all, winter.
Yeah.
Because one, we got friends coming to Nashville. We're going to be in Nashville for New Year's Eve, and then in January is when I'm going to hopefully try to get my surgery done. So, if I get that done, then it's going to be a 6-week recovery.
Yeah.
So, and then we'll start planning from there where we're going to go. I really would like to go up the East Coast.
Yeah, we would like to do
So
that.
we haven't been up there. I was born and raised in Bakersfield. You're not far from. Yeah, we weren't.
We went through
Yeah,
Bakersfield.
when we left Ridgecrest, we did go
We had,
through
you
Bakersfield.
have to go to Bakersfield to get on that one road.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the 90. We got
We
on
got
the
on the
99.
99,
came up,
yeah.
Nettie says I was born in Merced. Merced, I've heard of that. Where is that? I've seen that.
I don't know. I'd
We've
have to
seen
Google-
that.
I'd have to
Merced.
Google it.
Yeah. And Nettie said no, Mark.
Yeah.
And Steve says I'll be surprised if I know any answers.
You live right next door.
Yeah, your neighbor.
Right?
South Texas. When we come back to Texas, it ain't going to be West Texas. I guarantee you. Unless we're driving through West Texas, I ain't going back to stay at West Texas. I would, yeah. South Texas would be nice, and northeast part.
So it's north
The whole.
on the 99. Merced is.
See, I think we've been through.
We've been through because we drove all the way down the 99.
We've been through Merced.
We've been down the whole
I
99.
was excited because that sounds familiar. All right, let's get to our trivia.
Okay.
Now that we got caught up on all of the
Comments.
comments. A major event occurred near
It isn't.
Alamogordo.
It's not over there.
Why ain't it over there? Oh, I know why it ain't over there. Hang on. Y'all ain't seeing none of this, are you? It's supposed to automatically go over there.
It didn't.
I know. What the heck happened here? All right. Here you go. Question number 1. A major event occurred near Alamogordo in 1945. What was it? We were just in Alamogordo.
So I know this, so I'm going to be quiet and see if anybody
I
knows it.
say you should know this because we learned it while we were there. Ow, my foot's cramping.
Look.
Ah, ah.
It-
I know how to spell New Mexico.
Oh, she said it's 58 miles from Fresno.
Okay, we've been.
Yeah, we drove
I
the
know
whole
I've heard
99.
of Merced, and
Yeah.
yeah, we've been all the way up and down that whole 99,
Yeah.
and Sacramento through the 5.
Yes.
Doo. What happened in Alamogordo, New Mexico, in 1945? We learned this while we were there.
Yeah.
Yeah, at that one place, that museum.
Yeah.
Yeah. I cut myself today.
He did. If you
I
can
got,
see it,
I
yeah.
got Band-Aid.
He did.
Stupid
had to-
awning out there. I was trying to pull it and it pinched my finger.
Okay, so we have.
Nuclear
Here's what-
explosion.
Here's what Siri says.
There you go, Mark. Here's Nettie's answer.
Nettie's answer. According to Siri. Too funny.
The world's first nuclear detonation. How do you say that word?
See? Oh, it's not just me.
I can't even say it.
A big boom.
A big boom.
I like it. I like it.
All right.
Atomic bomb test.
Yep.
Yep.
I'm not seeing. Oh, where did Catherine go and Robert go? And
I thought Robert put one in. Maybe
did
not.
Robert put an answer? I didn't. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
he did. My bad. Atomic bomb test. I missed that one.
Oh.
Atomic bomb. There you go. The answer is
Da, da, da,
the
da.
first atomic device exploded
Yes, yes.
because it was at base right north of White Sands.
White Sands. It's an area there, the Triton Zone. You're not even allowed to go there.
No.
It's blocked off.
Question 2. What major river flows through the center of New Mexico? Eddie ought to know this.
Oh, but it's not the same. Is it the same one? Because there's two of them. Ain't there?
I don't know. I have a feeling you're not thinking of the right one.
I don't know what river it is. I don't know because you said Nettie would know.
I would
Is
think
it the
Nettie would know.
Texas River then? Because it's not.
I ain't never heard of the
I
Texas
mean,
River.
that's why I said, what does Nettie know?
Roy says Rio Grande.
Oh, does it go through the center? Wow, I didn't know that.
Mark says Rio Grande.
Oh yeah, Becky and them.
Robert says Rio
they
Grande.
all said Rio Grande.
Everybody's saying Rio Grande. I thought you would know this because we drove over it when we went across New Mexico.
But it was way down in Texas when we saw it last.
No,
And then it goes up to New Mexico? Oh.
we didn't even see it in Texas.
Yes, we did.
When?
Down at the bottom when we was the Big Bend. I said I could
when
swim
we went there.
across it.
I'm talking about when we were driving across this time, coming
Oh.
from.
I was like, I could swim and
Yes,
go to
I know we
Mexico.
saw it in Big Bend.
That's why I didn't know it
talking
went
about
up that.
in New Mexico.
I didn't know it went up that high.
Yeah, we drove across it. It is the Rio Grande.
Y'all are
If
smarter
it
than
comes
me.
up, there you go. Rio Grande. I didn't. Yeah. Once they said that, I said, yeah, that's right, it did because we crossed it
Yeah.
on the interstate.
On one of them days we was driving.
Yep. You don't pay attention when we're
I
driving.
do pay attention, but I can't remember. Am I old?
Oh my gosh, we gotta move. We're already running out of time.
Right.
What is Roswell best known for?
Oh, that's the easy one. I thought you said these was hard.
I don't know. Steve said, yep. Yeah, I remember crossing it in New Mexico.
In New
Or
Mexico.
whatever interstate. We interstate 10, 20. I don't know what we were on. What were we on? We were on the 10.
For a little while, but it was
When we came
Somewhere
down
it
from
goes to-
Alamogordo, we went across the 10.
it switches to the
Tucson.
20 or somewhere, don't it? Or does it
Yeah,
go back to
yeah.
the 10?
Steve says aliens. Nettie says UFOs.
I thought it was the 51 thing.
Hang on, it's just like
It runs through truth
Yes.
or consequences.
that. I could have put a question about truth or consequences on there.
I
Yeah,
know a
we've
trivia
we've
question on
We've
that.
seen that.
How did it
now.
get its name? I know how it got its name.
You know how it got its name.
I do.
Mark says little green men.
Yeah.
Nettie says aliens. Roy and Becky says or I guess it's Roy probably says aliens.
Catherine's back.
Hey, Catherine, UFO.
Gosh.
UFO crash.
See how? 'Cause oh, you went too many clicks.
Went too many clicks. It's just being slow. We might have dropped off there, did we? Aliens. That was the answer.
Okay.
No, that's.
No, that's in Nevada right now.
Next question. Carlsbad Cavern is one of the largest cave systems in the world and may become the largest cave system as new connecting caves are found frequently in the area. At the edge of what mountain range does Carlsbad Cavern lie?
Okay, so I might know
You might know. You should know.
because I
We've
went
been
there.
there.
Okay.
We've been to Carlsbad Cavern.
Yeah, but we didn't go to this place till later. Right? We
Right.
could have went at the same time, but we didn't because we lost our awning and we were depressed.
And now today I lost another awning. Hey, what's up with losing the
No,
awning?
it's New Mexico. Magic Mountain. I
Where the
love
little
it.
green men live.
Need to get out of Scabie. I'll tell you, it's a national park. I'll give you that.
That's a clue. That's a big clue.
It's a national park.
Yeah, these aren't big. This is a national park. I didn't wear that shirt today.
No, we both accidentally wore the same shirt.
She copied me. I
I
got
didn't even
dressed
know.
first.
I didn't look at you. What you were wearing? I was half asleep because I didn't get no sleep.
Oh, Guadalupe,
Guadalupe
from Roy.
from Roy. Not Magic Mike.
It might be.
Yeah.
It might be.
All right. What is it?
Not getting any more. Up something.
Starts with a G.
Starts with a G. You're right. It is. It's. See if it comes. Guadalupe Mountains.
We just, when we were in Midland, went to that.
Yeah,
There's a video if you haven't seen it yet.
Yep, there's a video out there for it. There's a video out there for Carlsbad Cavern.
There is a Carlsbad Cavern.
That was several years ago.
If you ever go to Carlsbad Cavern, it's smart just to do Guadalupe at the same time.
We weren't smart.
We were depressed. We lost our awning.
I don't know if that had anything to do with it, but
I don't know.
all right. Last question. What month does the Albuquerque Hot Air Balloon Fiesta take
Ooh.
place? And that is on my bucket list majorly.
It is, but I think I know. I'm not gonna say.
I knew this answer.
I think I know. I think
Only
from
because
watching
I really,
YouTube,
really, really want to go to this.
and I watch a lot of YouTube on it,
Yeah.
so I think I know.
Your dog is like laying on my arm back there.
I'm tired too. I don't know why he's tired, but he's tired too. They dog tired.
Either nobody's answering or we've dropped off again.
Oh no! Here comes some answers.
Here comes some answers. October from Roy.
Not the month I was thinking, but maybe.
Oh.
Any other guesses?
October,
springtime.
From Mark. Springtime from Steve.
What did Siri say?
Let's see what my Starlink's doing now.
Is it acting up a fool? Oh, Siri must have said October.
My pings have dropped down a little bit to 96.
See, and I thought it was November, so I must be wrong. My answer would have been November.
Yeah, we're still.
But that's probably when I watched the videos. If you think about it,
off anywhere from 2-3 seconds to 15 seconds. Robert says October. Nate
they're all
says
saying
October.
I might say November because that's when I watched the videos.
Siri says October.
See,
it is in October.
Oh, see, here's the problem.
I knew that.
Okay, I'm probably watching the videos in November though. You know, people put them out late.
Well, the only reason I knew that is because one of the channels we follow, they did a big meet up there, and it was when we were going to the sugar beet harvest.
Oh, that's right. We're never going to get to go until you quit doing the sugar beets then.
You just missed it one year. Yeah, no, we got to make it. I don't know. It's going to be hard if I keep doing the sugar beet.
Yeah, you have to give up a year or something.
All right, and then the last little fun trivia.
A bonus.
Just a trivia, not a question. Oh my gosh.
It's so tiny. How are you going to make that big?
Yeah, how am I going to make that big?
If it shows up on my computer,
Smokey the Bear. And I found out this fact when I was in Midland from a guy who grew up in New Mexico.
Yeah.
Said Smokey the Bear, the face of wildlife prevention, was an actual bear cub found in a tree after New Mexico's Lincoln National Forest suffered a large wildfire in 1950. In 1963, to honor Smokey, the black bear became the New Mexico's official state animal. And I had no clue my entire life that Smokey the Bear was from New Mexico.
And a real bear.
And a real bear.
Our son got to play Smokey the Bear one time at the fire station when we lived in Pensacola.
So I knew this because the guy I was filling up his propane tanks, and he was talking about, I think we were going to go to Alamogordo or something at the time. He goes, oh yeah, I grew up in New Mexico, and he started telling me about Smokey the Bear. His parents were both killed, and a fire department there took them in and
life someday, right?
One
when
day
we don't have the sugar beet, we'll have to get to that point where we're not doing that anymore.
We're gonna have to get there.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know. I want that's on my butt to ride in a hot air balloon. I'm terrified of heights, but I just think that's just a romantic, amazing thing to float around in a hot air balloon.
They got a lot of things. Somehow or another, you got ways, and I think escapees do it. You can get on a crew to where you actually help launch the balloons in the morning.
Oh, that'd be cool too.
Set them up. I mean, you got to get up at like dark 4 o'clock in the
I'm
morning.
used to that.
Like
Doing that all the time.
I think you got to get up early anyway to watch the little early launch.
Yeah, because you got to see
where
those
it's dark
lights
and all that. So that'll be a
And check out our Facebooks, and you can look at some of the pictures and things that we post.
Yeah, I post every time we go do something.
And then yesterday our video came out, and Steve's in it. So if you want to see some of Steve
special
and
guest
Okie.
Steve.
Yeah, they're in our video, so you can watch it. It's about the Ironwood
We
National
had
Monument.
so much fun that day.
We
Oh
did.
my gosh! And Okie came along this time,
I know it was so good.
so that was really nice.
Yeah.
Enjoyed that. So
I don't know what's coming next week, so I can't tell you. So just keep an eye out for it. But make sure you go out and find your adventure, though, right?
all right, and everybody, we'll tell you later, and
Yeah.
have a great week. See you. Bye
See
bye.
ya.
Thanks for coming.
Yes, thank you.
Call it a day and celebrate. Let's celebrate.